Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's definitely been a minute since I uploaded, and you know me, life's crazy. I try. So I am back with a new video. In today's video, we are going to be doing a empties and declutter. I know how much you guys love watching declutters. Maybe it's the empties too, but I noticed that my declutter videos do pretty well. So you just love seeing people get rid of things. So let's very quickly address the elephant in the room, my hair. So I did go ahead, of course, and get it cut. I mean, if you guys been watching my past videos, you know my hair was way longer than this. And yeah, of course, I got it colored as well, not just cut. So yeah, if you want to know a lot more detail about my hair, the history of my hair, what I got done to it, why I got it done, anything like that, then go ahead and leave comments down below, and I would love to make a small, short, dedicated video on my hair. But without further ado, if you guys want to see what I'm getting rid of and what I emptied, just keep on watching. All right, so first let's go through the products that I emptied. It's not a whole lot. Then we'll go through the products that I am decluttering. So first things first, just something random, not going in any order. I did finish this here. This is from Pure Zero Clean Beauty. So this is a biotin strengthening shampoo. I picked this up at Target. I needed a new shampoo and thought I would give this one a try. I really love the way it smells. I love how it didn't strip my hair at the time. So yeah, so this is a brand I recommend. It's pretty clean. It doesn't have any of the bad stuff in it, and yeah, so I really like it. I finished it up. And yeah, so I could see myself repurchasing this brand in the future. I really have no complaints about it. Another product that I finished is a face toner. This is the Valgene Labs Hydrate Hyaluronic Acid plus Vitamin B5 Facial Mist. And like I said, it's basically a toner. So I did finish one up that was very similar. I think I had it in my last empties video. But this is the last one that I have from this brand, and yeah, I finished it up. It is highly fragranced. I don't see myself buying it again. I'm not really into toners. I'm just trying to finish up all the toners I do have in my collection, but I really don't see myself really going out and buying a toner again unless it's really doing something beneficial, because in a way, I just think it's like a extra step that I really don't need. Something that I finished up from Avon, and this was their Bi-Phase Hyaluronic Acid Rejuvenating Micellar Water. You can see I have a teeny tiny little bit left, but basically it's almost like an oil micellar water. Like, it's not just like micellar water. Like there's definitely a oil. Like, you can even see it like kind of on the bottle. So what I did was I would put it on like a cotton pad or even my reusable. I use both still. And I would just take off the first layer of my makeup first, and then I would go in with my cleanser. So I used this as my first step of my cleansing system. And this was nice. It's really expensive. This brand is really, really bougie. It smells good too. There was glitter in it for some reason. And if you guys remember, I did get this in my BoxyCharm, so I did not pay full price for this. It was just something in my BoxyCharm box, and I really liked it. Like I said, it's expensive. It smells good. But will I be repurchasing it? No. I finished another native deodorant. So this one was in the fragrance grapefruit and bergamot. So yeah, so this is something I finished. It looks a little gross. So yeah, so I can't get the rest of this out. I know that kind of seems a little wasteful, but I am not going to be bothered to dig my finger in it and like rub it into my armpit. I'm just not. So it's basically all done, and I already purchased my third one. And yes, I would continue to purchase them. Every time I buy another one, I buy a new scent to see, because I'm so excited about the deodorant and the brand. It's just, I'm so excited about that deodorant because it doesn't have any of the bad stuff in it. And I never feel irritated by it. I never feel itchy and uncomfortable or get rashy. So it's one of the first deodorants that's clean, but also works when it comes to controlling odor. So yeah. Another face wash that I finished up is from Amy Naturally Kind. It's their Glow and Bright Illuminating Face Wash. I don't like it at all. I completely used it up. It's 97% natural, and I'm not saying that natural products are not good, but this itself was just not good for me. It was very drying, even though it says, you know, illuminating face wash and it's supposed to make you feel glow and bright. It really made me feel dull and dry. So yeah, so I would not be repurchasing it. I do not like it. Another skincare item that I finished is from e.l.f. It is the Oil Control Pore Minimizing Serum. Totally finished this up. As you can see, totally gone. And I really liked it. It was really nice. And if I find myself looking to buy another serum and not really knowing which one I want to buy, there's a few serums actually that I like from the drugstore, to be honest. I do have quite a few in my backup drawer, so I won't be buying one anytime soon. This is one that I can see myself repurchasing. It was a nice serum. I don't know if it did a whole lot though for my pores, but my face felt very plump and like hydrated after using it. So it's also a nice serum if you're like quick and in a hurry and you just want to do a little bit of skincare but then go right in with your makeup. It's really nice for that because it's tacky kind of. So if you don't let it sit down for a while, it will stay tacky. I never had an issue though with my makeup when I used to do that. So you could also use this sometimes as like a primer too. A moisturizer that I finished up. This is the Mariel Badescu Skincare Seaweed Night Cream. This is all gone. It was just a little mini that I had, and I'm really trying to use up a lot of my mini stuff because, you know, it's just there. It takes up space. And so yeah, so I finished it. It smells like it's fragrance, and it's like a fake natural scent. You know what I mean? Like it's not really a natural scent. It's like a fake natural scent. But I'm not a fan of the brand anymore. Like I said, I'm just kind of using up products that I have in my collection and not be wasteful, but it's all gone now. It was okay though. It was very thick and very moisturizing. My skin did not react badly to it though at all, so I don't want to say it's a bad product. I just feel like they put too much like scent in their stuff and a lot of essential oils and things like that. So I personally will not be repurchasing it in like a full size, but it was very thick, very pretty actually too. It's like a metallic like lime, like a green, like you can kind of see what it, like the color of it, but it was like very metallic-y, and it was a very pretty looking cream, and it's so thick and so hydrating. So if you are looking for one, maybe you want to look into it. Do your research of the ingredients that's in the product before purchasing. Another face wash that I almost finished up. I'm still gonna go ahead and finish up the little tiny bit that is left. There is probably like, it looks like a lot, but it's really not. There's probably like maybe one good use out of that, maybe two, but really probably one. But yes, I'm almost finished with this. Like I said, I will use it probably like tonight and tomorrow, and it'll be completely gone. This one was a lot nicer than the Amy one. It does make your skin look a little bit more hydrated after washing it, and the texture of it is really weird. It's like a thick gel. I don't know, if you're weird with your textures, you might not like it, but it is a face wash that I can see myself repurchasing if I'm really in a pinch and just need one at the drugstore. It was super affordable, and this one is the Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser with hydrating coconut. So if your skin is sensitive to coconut, then maybe you might want to stay away from this. There is cucumber, aloe vera, which is maybe what's giving it that very thick texture, and there is actual coconut in the actual ingredients. So if you're sensitive to coconut, maybe it's not for you. Something else that I finished is the Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Hand Cream. This lasted a really long time, mostly because I would really only use it in this winter. But I would go for it here and there. Obviously I used way more hand cream like the past whole year because of sanitizing and having my hands super dry, which probably helped finish this up because it is kind of thick, so it does go a long way. I already did repurchase it, but I repurchased the hand cream that is also like really good for eczema, because for when I bought it, my hand was like all broken out here with eczema, and I don't know where that came from. I think it was right in the beginning too, when we were really sanitizing and of course irritating the skin. But yeah, so I did repurchase this already, and this is completely all gone. I literally have to like if for anything that might still be left in here, I have to roll this up kind of like a toothpaste and really, really squeeze. So this is gone. And again, I already did repurchase. It's a really good hand cream if you suffer from dry hands or you're always washing your hands. So for fragrance, I finished my Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume. It is like a rollerball size, but it does have like a spray on it, and it's not like your typical rollerball. So yeah, I finished that. I love this perfume. I love all the Daisy perfumes in this line. Oh, it's got a whiff of it. It smells so good. I also finished this one from Bath and Body Works. It's their Sunshine Mimosa. This, I believe I did have it in a favorites, and it is so good. So I really, really did enjoy this. And again, it has a spray. So I'm so happy that for the rollerball perfumes, most of them are getting away from using an actual rollerball and putting a little spray nozzle on it. So finish this as well. And the reason I get these like little tiny ones is because if I'm not sure how the perfume is going to smell on me, or if I'm really going to like it, then this is a nice way to try it without buying like the full size. Last skincare item that I emptied basically is the Dr. brand, and this is the eye cream with Ruby Crystal Complex. And this one's almost gone. Like, I probably want to say maybe 2 days left in this thing. So it's almost gone, and I will be getting rid of it, of course, when I'm done. So I figured just talk about it now. I really do like it. I do like the Dr. brand eye creams. I do have another one very similar to this. It's not the exact same one, but BoxyCharm did put another one in one of our boxes. And that's where I got this one as well. So this one is almost gone. And yeah, I do like it. It's not too much on the under eye, but it's still enough to kind of just make your under eye look youthful and just hydrated and just ready for makeup. So I put this on morning and night, and I really do like it. I also keep it in my fridge. I have like a little vanity makeup fridge, I guess you can say, in my room. So I keep my like J roller and all of that stuff in there, like my eye creams and stuff, and my eye mask. So yeah, it dropped on the floor. So right now it's dead to me until because if you film, if you do YouTube, you know that when everything is set up and you're sitting and you're filming, you ain't moving. You're not moving. Unless like obviously you need to, but it's dead to me for right now. So 2 things that I finished makeup wise is the just brow pencils. It's so hard to really finish like actual makeup. Like, I just finished a foundation not so long ago that I already talked about in my other empties video, but I feel like it's so hard to really finish a makeup product. So usually when I have makeup in my empties videos, it's usually brow products when it comes to makeup. So these 2, this one is from Collab. It's their Shape and Shade brow pencil, and I really do like this. It is more on the waxy side, but when I was listening to, who was I listening to about it? It's one of the girls that's on the actual like collab team, because basically it's a whole bunch of influencers that are helping to create the line, or help to create the line. I think they're still involved. But basically this is more like on the go. Like, you don't have time to do like pencil and powder and then go in with your gel. Like, this is like everything in one. So it's pigmented. It's not like it's not pigmented and super waxy, but it's pigmented and waxy. So as you're putting it in, you're gonna see your hairs are gonna be like, you know, and then you obviously can take the brush and kind of, you know, shape it how you like, and then you're good to go. So I actually really do like this pencil. I do see myself repurchasing it at some point. It's really nice for those days when you are on the go and you just can't do multiple steps. The other brow product that I finished is from Billion Dollar Brows. It's their Universal Brow Pencil. I got this in a BoxyCharm box a while ago, but yeah, I totally finished it. You can hear it clicking. There's nothing coming out. So these 2 are done. So this product is kind of like half and half, which is why I say those 2 products are fully gone. This is not fully gone. I think there's, well, I know there's still product in here. It does though, like when I'm using it, kind of feel like it's getting, not dried out, but like it's getting empty. Like, I don't know, it just like, I don't know, that feels a little bit lighter. I don't know. I can just tell that I definitely went ham on this mascara, and there is, as you can see, there's still some mascara in there. It's not dried out. Time to get rid of it. You're only supposed to keep mascaras for 6 months. And before I was super bad at it, but now I feel like, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but my eyes can tell when a mascara is starting to like go bad, because it'll be fine for like months and months, and then next thing you know, my eyelashes get so itchy, and I was starting to get itchy with this. So I'm like, okay, we don't need a sty or anything, so it's time to get rid of it. So I am sad. I definitely do see myself repurchasing this. I do have quite a few mascaras in my backup drawer that I need to go through. A lot of them are higher end, so I'm gonna go through those mascaras. But when I am in need and need to buy a mascara, I will definitely be repurchasing this, because if you guys know, if you guys see my past videos, you would know that I love this mascara. But it's time to go. So next is this e.l.f. primer. This is such an old primer. This was in my collection for so long, and every time I try to declutter it, I don't know, it just had a special place in my heart, and I was like, I just want to use it up. I will feel so good if I use this up. And honestly, guys, because I had it in my collection for so long, I know for sure it is very well expired, but I kept going with it, even though I'm like, it's going on my face. I already have acne issues. Why am I doing this? I don't know. And I feel like I almost did use it up. Like, to get product out, I need to really squeeze. Oh, whoa. So there is some at the tip right now, so it's not gonna work. Because I just used it, but normally every morning I would have to push the product up and then kind of do that toothpaste roll. So it is pretty empty. I just cannot continue to use it, because this morning when I used it, I can like, it almost smells like something that has to do with your hair, either toner or like that perm, like when you get a perm and that smell, it's starting to have that type of smell. This was already like weird smelling to begin with, like it doesn't have a good smell, like brand new, but the smell totally changed. It's totally different, and I'm like, oh, you are getting bad, you are expiring bad. So I'm no longer going to continue to try to use it. I'm considering it empty, because like I said, like you can even see it like in the light, kind of, maybe, like it is pretty empty. So empty, declutter, I think it's like right in the middle with the mascara. All right, so next we're gonna get into declutter. So I'm gonna try not to spend too much time, so that way this video is not super long. But this I got at the Dollar Tree. It is the Facial Cleansing Balm Honey Chamomile Extract. Guys, if something smells like perm solution, like the stuff you put in your hair with the curlers, oh my God, it's so crazy. It smells like perm or like a super cheap hair dye. When I put this on my face, I said absolutely not. So I don't even know if it works. I didn't even want to continue to use it. It stinks, and if it smells that much like chemicals, what is in here? This mascara I'm decluttering, it's not expired, it's just I don't like it. I don't remember who influenced me to try it and get it, but it's a very old mascara, and I think everyone loved it back in the day. And I think there was someone who tried it again, because it was a mascara that everyone used to love on YouTube. And at the time, you know, they made a good point that at the time it probably was a good mascara, but so many mascaras, even at the drugstore, came out that are just so much better, and this is just not what it used to be. So this was the first time that I tried this mascara, and it just didn't do a whole lot at all. And I kept using it, and I'm just like, I don't enjoy using it. Like I'm not happy to use it. So sadly, I'm getting rid of it. I'm also getting rid of 3 concealers. So this one is from Stick-It. I don't even know what that's called, but it is basically a stick concealer, and it's way too dark. And then of course you have like your blender. It's way too dark and just too drying and too like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I kept using it every once in a while and tried to like say that I will use it, and I'm not. So it's leaving my collection. This one is in the shade Light Peach from e.l.f. The only reason why I'm getting rid of it is because of the shade. It's just way too light for me. I am now using the shade Medium Peach, and it's not just like a summer winter thing. Even in the summertime, even in the winter time, it is too light on my under eyes, and it might not look like it would be, but it's like almost pale white on me anyway. So yeah, so I use pretty much of it up, but I'm like, I can't. I'm not into that like white under eye, you know? Another concealer that I am getting rid of is this one, Super Stay Better Skin Camouflage Concealer. So this concealer is another concealer that I used up pretty good. Like honestly, if you look right here, you can see there's this much product in it. The rest is just like product along the glass, but I did use up most of it. Like there's only this much. And I'm proud of myself for actually using up pretty much of these concealers, but it's just expired. It's expired. I had this for way too long and it gotta go. It's not even one of my favorite concealers, so it gotta go. A primer that I got that I thought I would use because of like maybe using a foundation that's too dark, but I haven't really had many foundations anymore that's too dark for me, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's the face primer from Dollar Tree. This literally turns your skin white, which is why I thought it would be a nice primer to have if I have a foundation that's too dark, because I could put this on and then put the foundation and it might kind of balance it out. But I actually have pigment foundation that I can mix in to kind of match my skin a little bit better, so I'm never going to reach for it. I'm decluttering it. Another product that I am getting rid of is the Laura Geller, which kind of makes me sad because I do love Laura Geller. It is their multitasking eye, lip, and cheek palette, and it's cream to powder trio. Oh yeah, by the way guys, I mean now it looks like complete crap, but I did take off my nails, and these are my natural nails. I just got like a gel manicure. So yeah, the nails are gone for now. But anyways, this is what it looks like. I like jabbed my nail into here, so ignore that. But this is what it looks like, and honestly, it's just so dry. It's not creamy, and it's just not my favorite, and it doesn't last that long either. I'm not a fan of the highlighter. I do like cream highlighters, but I'm not a fan of this one. And this is okay, but again, it's a little dry, and then this is not actually that pigmented. Like it takes me a while to build it up, and then it kind of like wears away pretty quickly. So I didn't have a good experience with this. I really wanted to keep it and love it and enjoy it, and it just didn't hit home. So another product is from Revolution, and this is their like eyeliner, and it's kind of dried out. Like it doesn't look like it is, but then when I try to like put it on, it skips, and it is expired. It's only good for 6 months. I had this for way longer than 6 months, so it was okay. I don't think I will repurchase it, so yeah, it gotta go. Something else in makeup is the e.l.f. pomade. The only reason I'm getting rid of this is because I don't reach for it anymore. I used to use pomade in my brows all the time, and to be honest, I'm not into that like very bold, highly pigmented brow anymore. Like I feel like if I want a bolder brow for a certain look, I can just do pencil and then maybe go in with some powder and, you know, build it up. But this, I don't know, like I was using it one day and I'm like, you know, it kind of just looks like I'm painting, like actual painting on my brows. I don't like it. Like I can't really do the fluffy brow look because of just how my brows are, like the hair, like it doesn't work out as beautiful as it does on other girls. But I am going for more of the natural brow where you can see more of my actual hairs and kind of just filling in like those bald spots, I guess you can say. So that's the only really reason why I'm getting rid of this. I don't like this as a like gel liner. You could use it as that as well, but I don't like it for that reason, so it's going. One more thing in makeup, then we're going to do a little bit of skincare and then jump right back into makeup because I feel like it's kind of its own portion. So the last makeup item for now is this foundation. It is the Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. It's the foundation plus hydrating serum. I really love this foundation. It's one of my favorite foundations. I can see myself repurchasing this in the future. It's just this one is very, very expired. I had it for a very long time, for quite a few years actually. So I'm just, again, I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious of, no, I don't want to be wasteful. I don't want to waste my money. I want to use everything up, but I also don't want to sacrifice the health of my skin either, you know? So this has, I want to say it's down to here. So I know, again, it looks super full, but you can see, like you can see in the bottle. So it's not super full. So I wish I could have used it up, but it's expired. It's expired. Skincare. So I only have a few skincare items that I have to get rid of. So this one is the Retinol 0.5% in squalene. And I will repurchase this. I just didn't use it fast enough. So this is actually only good for 3 months. I didn't know that. I was using this way past, and I'm like, it's retinol. Retinol can already be harsh on your skin. I shouldn't be using an expired product with retinol in it. So yeah, so it's pretty full because I only used it every once in a while. I kept forgetting to use it. Like I was trying to build my tolerance to it, and I would use it like once a week, and I would just keep forgetting to use it. So yeah, so I could see myself repurchasing it when I feel like when I'm more focused on using it, you know? Another product that is expired. This is good for 6 months, and again, I had it for years, so it's the vitamin C in it is probably not even good anymore. This is the brightening vitamin C beauty oil. So I used this a couple times, and I did like it. I don't think I've ever broke out from it or anything. It did hydrate my skin. It is an oil, and I would just use it on those nights where I really needed a little bit more hydration than just like cream, you know. But again, I had it for years, and it expires 6 months after opening. So this is again another product from Mario Badescu, and this is their drying lotion. This used to be, I feel like, everyone's holy grail. And now I have another product that I absolutely love. It's from Pacifica, and it is their, I think it's called their dry out gel or dry out lotion. I don't know, but I love it, and it works so much better than this. I haven't used this in like a long time, and it's also expired. You're supposed to throw it out after 24 months. So yeah, I don't use this. It's expired. I had this, I want to say probably a year or two even before I got pregnant, and now my daughter is almost 2. So yeah, had it in my collection for a while. Next product, and this is the last skincare product. This is from BRTC, and this is their Jasmine Waterful Sleeping Pack. And this is good for 12 months. So again, I'm getting rid of it because of it being expired, not because I really didn't like it or it's bad. I really did enjoy it, and I did like it, but this came in a Ipsy bag, and I haven't had Ipsy in a while. Like I canceled Ipsy a very long time ago. So the fact that this expires in a year, again, my daughter is almost 2, which means this probably, I had this for maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't even know, but it's expired, so it gotta go. All right, so back to makeup. And the reason I said that I wanted to go back to it, it's kind of its own portion of the video. So I went through some more eyeshadow palettes, and I am decluttering some more eyeshadow palettes. So I was like trying to open up my drawer to get an eyeshadow palette out, and I noticed that I couldn't open it, like it was like jammed, and I'm like, I feel like we already decluttered. Like you saw that huge declutter video where I was going through my eyeshadow palettes, and no, I didn't get rid of like half of my collection, but I did get rid of quite a few. But I feel like it kind of built up a little bit again. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna fine needle this, and we're gonna get rid of some more, and you know, just keep what you really love or what you really feel like you can use or you're going to use maybe, and just start getting rid of what you know you don't like or you're not reaching for. So that's what I did. So this is the Tarte palette. It's the Rainforest, I think it's one of the Rainforest of the Seas palette, and it's a nice palette, and I think someone else will really like it and enjoy it. It's like I said, it's a really good palette, but the only shade I really reach for is this neutral shade to put in the crease, and every once in a while these like bronzy shade, like this gold and this bronzy. Most of these other shades I don't reach for a whole lot, and the shades that I do reach for I have in other palettes, like that shade. So I feel like someone else can get love out of this palette. Again, it's a nice palette, but I don't need it. This palette you guys saw me use in a, I think, first impressions video a couple months back. This is the Tantrum palette, like quad that Revlon came out with. It's from their So Fierce collection. I don't know why I'm covering this up like it's a mirror. They weren't that pigmented, and they're all kind of like metallic-y, and I mean, they're okay. They're okay. It's just not my favorite, and I'm never probably going to reach for it. I haven't really reached for it, I don't think, since that video. So maybe someone else can show it some love. So this palette here, I remember when I first got this palette, I think I was like, should I keep it? Should I get rid of it? I don't know. And I ended up keeping it and using it for a bit, and I just, again, there are like maybe this shade I go for sometimes and this shade, but again, I have favorite palettes that have those shades in it. And then sometimes I will use like this shade here and this shade here. And it's just, even the formula is kind of like, it's not my favorite. So I feel like someone else who does their eyeshadow but really doesn't like, you know, dig into makeup and stuff, I think they will be able to enjoy it. I love Ciate London. I love their like face products, but this is the only eyeshadow product that I used from them, and it just wasn't my favorite. This kind of hurt a little, but again, I had to like stop hoarding things, you know. So this was a favorite eyeshadow palette of mine for a while. It is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie Friendcation palette, but I don't reach for it anymore. I really don't. I always say I'm going to, and I just don't. And I also, again, have these shades in other palettes, so I am going to pass this palette along. Pass this palette, yeah. There is actually someone in mind that I know will enjoy this palette, because when I used to wear these shadows, she was just so like, what is on your eyes? Like, oh my God. So I know who I'm giving this palette to, or ask them if they want it. If they don't, it's fine. But yeah, so passing it along. And that's for most of these eyeshadow palettes. Like some of the stuff that I'm decluttering that's expired, or it's like mascara that I didn't like, obviously I'm not going to donate that. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out. But eyeshadow palettes, I do ask if anyone wants it before I just totally, you know, get rid of it. Because my shelters around here do not take, like, it has to be like almost like brand spanking new, if new, for them to take it. So shelters around here do not, like women's shelters and stuff, they do not take used makeup. So I'm not even going to lie and say that, oh yeah, I donate to the shelters, blah 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 blah. They don't take it. All right, so the next palette that I am getting rid of is from Violet Voss, and I did keep the first one because this one is the Essentials 2. I did keep the Essentials palette because I had both. And I'm getting rid of this one. This one here, it's a beautiful palette. It really is. But again, I never reach for it. There's colors in here that I've never even touched. And you can see right away the colors I did touch are the colors that, again, are in all my palettes. So I just want someone else to use it and love it. And I feel like someone else would love it and use it. So yeah, so I'm not passing it along because it's a bad palette. It's just I never reach for it, and I feel like someone else could give it way more love than me. But the next palette that I'm getting rid of is this one here. It's the Follow Your Heart eyeshadow palette. I use this palette quite a bit. Even the cooler tone brown I used, and it's a really nice palette. And if you know, younger me, if I saw this palette, I would probably die over it because it's just up my alley. But again, the colors in here are in all my eyeshadow palettes. Like, that's the way I had to look at things, because otherwise, if I would just look at it, I'm like, yeah, I love that color story. That's right up my alley. I'm keeping it. I am going to use it, and I did use it. But again, like, these transition shades were my favorite. Use them a lot. This peachy shade, which I did look through all my palettes to make sure I had a very similar peachy shade, but that was the only reason why I was going to keep this palette, is for that first blush shade right there. But yeah, it's a nice size eyeshadow palette, and so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see what friends would like this. So it's going away. This one is from Profusion. It is their classics. And I just have so many that are very similar. I don't reach for a whole lot. So we are going to give it a new home. This one here is the Mirage eyeshadow palette, and it is from Profusion, of course. And it's their 35 shade palette. So this is a really good eyeshadow palette. I am not gonna say that it's a bad eyeshadow palette, and that's why I'm getting rid of it. I have, like, for example, I have the Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette, which has a lot of these like pressed shimmer glitters in it. This shade is beautiful. Like, I really am like kind of like, oh, that shade's like, But again, I'm not going to keep this huge 35 pan eyeshadow palette for this one pop of color. It's just not worth it. You know, I'd rather pass it to someone who will enjoy it more. There's a lot of beautiful shades in here. There's also a lot of shades in here that I probably would never use, like these shades over here. But yeah, so I just want to kind of rehome it and see if someone else would like it. But it is a nice eyeshadow palette. And it's very affordable too, so if you're looking for it and you think you might like something like that, I get my Profusion palettes at Walmart and it's so affordable. So last but not least, this one also kind of hurt the heart a little bit, just like my Dose of Colors eyeshadow palette. Actually, I think this was probably the very first eyeshadow palette that's high-end that I purchased myself. This palette is also going to hurt the heart a little bit, but again, I had it for years. I definitely used it, and it's just a palette I'm not reaching for anymore a whole lot. I have other palettes that are just like a little bit more, you know, that I love a little bit more, but I really do like it. I still like it. Again, I'm just not using it, so I'd rather pass it on to someone who will use it. And this one is the Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. So yeah, so this is the palette, and it's just, I feel like when I got this palette was everything to me. It really was. It was just like, yes. And now it's kind of like, maybe it's because it's getting old and the eyeshadows are just not maybe performing the way they used to, but they're just not, they just don't do it for me. And when I'm looking at this, like, I have these colors in other palettes, even these pop of colors, I have them in other palettes. And you can see the shades. Again, once again, the shades that I really was going ham in are these transition shades. So it's a really nice palette. I feel like it's more of a fall palette because of these like colors over here. I don't really see this as like a actual like summer palette unless you're dipping into like these teal shades down at the bottom. But other than that, it's a very like fall, especially like the shade right here. Or you know what, actually, you know what I might do? I might depot like some of these that I really do like and enjoy, because I don't need this whole palette, but I might take out some of these. I don't know. I'm definitely not a fan of the whole palette anymore, but I might see if I can get a like magnet palette and depot some of these, because there are some shades in there where I'm like, I kind of don't want to get rid of it anymore. But again, I know I'm not reaching for it. I know. So I might depot some of them, but then I feel like if once I depot some of the shades, I feel like I'm going to just have to get rid of it. Like I feel bad giving someone a palette that has like 5 or 6 missing shades in it. I mean, maybe they won't mind. I guess they can't miss what they didn't know was there. But I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just get rid of it, or maybe I will depot. Who knows? All right, guys, that is everything. Right now, this video is looking like it is about 50 minutes long, so we're gonna have to edit that down. But yeah, that is everything, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't already, please go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you will be notified every single time I upload a new video. And like always, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the views. We are now at 150 subscribers, which is crazy. Halfway to 200. What's happening? All right. So until next time, guys. Bye.